Sorry, y'all. Just getting. Okay, cool. Making sure that everything works. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hey, hey. Come on in and get comfortable. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, Jaleesa, Reading Beyond the Book Cover, where we stay reading beyond the book's cover. Today we're having another sprint. Today is January the 22nd, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. And we are going to be sprinting for about 3 hours. This time, I want to do 45-minute sprints with a 15-minute break. The final sprint is where I'm going to be actually doing my exercise. I'll put up the exercise that I'm going to be doing, but I'll be reading in the first 45-minute sprints. So we're going to have two of them where I am going to be reading, and then the last one, which is the third one, I'll be doing the exercise, and I'll make sure that I put that down in the banner down below. If anyone is here right now, it'll be nice to know that you're here. Please say hello. If I don't see any comments, most likely in the next like 5 minutes, I'm going to go on ahead and start the timer for the first 45-minute sprint. But what else do I want to say? Oh, if you're not going to be exercising, let me know what you're going to be reading. And if you're going to be doing both, tell me what you're going to be doing for both of them. We got our first comments right here. Hello there. Hello. Hello. Praise the Lord. Yes. Let me make sure I show this comment here. Anybody else is entering the room, let me know that you're here. Say hello. And also let me know what exercise or book you will be reading or doing during the sprints. Again, I'll be doing them from 7 o'clock p.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to do 45-minute sprints with 15-minute breaks in between where we just, catch up, let each other know how much progress we made. And also just to check in to make sure that you all are drinking your water. This is the water that I need to finish today for the rest of the day. I already drank one of these. So this is the second one. In total, that'll be 3 liters. This is, well, can I count? Yeah, 1.5 liters. So get your water ready. If you haven't exercised today, get your exercise gear on. I like to work out at night rather than doing it in the morning. I don't mind, but I'm not a morning person. So that's why I have my workout gear on now. Like I said before, if you're just now entering, I'll be doing my exercise at the last or in the last sprint. So we're going to have 3 sprints. It's going to be split into 45-minute sprints and then 15-minute break. So my screen will be off then. You are welcome to join me if you want to. And I'll let you all know which exercise I'm doing at that time. Let's see. We have another comment here. Wilma Washington says, she's currently reading John Lewis King, A Bridge to Cross. How do you like it so far? Are you enjoying it? Or do you feel like it's information that you already know? What are you learning? Family and Book says, hi, just shut my laptop down to go to bed, but had to drop in and hit the like button. Thank you so much, Family and Books. Let me know your actual name outside of the username so I can make sure that I get used to saying it instead of Family and Books. But thank you for stopping by and hitting the like button. Next comment says, from Christina. She says, hi, hope everyone is well. Reading Eye of the World by Robert Jordan tonight. Everybody is reading Wheel of Time books today. I feel a little bit of FOMO. And getting my steps in, got my water, sharing this perfect way to end a Monday with the like button. Thank you so much, Christina. Thank you for popping in. And also, reminding me that I need to maybe pick up Wheel of Time sometime soon because I just finished watching Dusty Book Sniffers. I think that's what it is. Nicole, I watched her video and she is almost done or maybe already done with the entire series. It's 14 books total. And I'm like, I think I need to pick it up, but not this year. But I do feel like I need to pick it up sometime soon because I am experiencing FOMO right now. Thank you for stopping by. Reminding us to drink our water, y'all. Stay hydrated. And getting your steps in. I'm going to be getting my steps in later as well. I plan on doing a workout, a YouTube workout. It's called Reps and Rhythm, something like that. I'll put it up later. But it's 37 minutes and it's 5,400 steps. So I'm feeling ambitious today. For when it comes like a nighttime routine, it's going to get my heart rate up. Usually I'll be winding down now, but it's fine. Paula. Okay. Family and books. Name is Paula. I'm going to remember. I'm going to remember. And I know, and I think about it, I need to get a pen and paper because I'm pretty sure you all will be telling me about some books that I haven't heard of. I want to get in the habit of putting the books that you all read in the comment section. Not comment section, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, the comment section as well as the description bar so that everyone will know if they do watch the replay, which books were mentioned, and it'll get us in the habit of sharing with each other. Christina says, yeah, Nicole and Coda are just finishing it, and Brittany started a new read along this year. Really? So is it Brittany? Is she the one that's also co-hosting for the Boot Camp Readathon? If so, I need to go and check out her channel and see the video. I'm not going to participate, but I like watching other people get through this long series. Like, it's a feat in itself. I love to comment on Nicole's video, letting her know that, okay, Brittany loves reading. That's the channel. Okay, yes. So I saw her earlier. I'll need to go and watch her video as well. I told myself that if I ever read that series, it's going to be the biggest flex of my entire life. Back when I finished it, I thought it was the biggest flex. Now, if I were to read the entire Wheel of Time, yeah, you can't tell me nothing after that. I think there's like total maybe 2 or 3 things that if I were to read them now and finish them, any kind of other flicks would just fall on dead ears for me. I think that would be Wheel of Time, the entire Roman Elderlings, as well as some kind of religious text, whether it be the Quran, the Bible, what have you. Those would be my flexes because not many people sit down and take the time to read so many pages. Oh, just to let you all know, I'll be reading Sex Criminals. Let me go on ahead and put that in the banner so you all can see what I'll be reading. I'll be reading Sex Criminals, which is basically a graphic novel. It's to fulfill the prompt for, what is it called? Oh, read a horror or erotica. So since I usually read horror, I'm going to be reading that, and it's an erotica. And it's interesting. Like sometimes I'm laughing, so I'm not really sure if is it supposed to be a comedy or is it like a mixed sort of kind of situation. But I'm enjoying it so far. Ooh, let's see. Christina said it's on her B&K Discord. Oh, it is Brittany and Kelsey. Okay, let me write this down. So I remember I'm in a lot of different Discords, and sometimes I wonder if I should like do an audit in the way of like going through and seeing which ones I actually participate in the most, but I don't want to take myself out of them just in case, they do something that I'm interested in and want to take part in. So let me see, Brittany and Kelsey. Christina said, I like big books. I like big books too, but I feel like I can't do too many like back to back. I have to space it out in between. This year, actually, no, last year, I think the biggest book I read was maybe close to 600 pages. And I know it's not too big in comparison to some other people, what they have been reading. But this year, I think the biggest book that I'm going to be reading is either the 1619 Project or King, A Life by Jonathan Eek. And then 1619 Project is by Nicole Kristen Hanna. I think that's her name. But yeah, both of those books I think are 500 plus pages. So one of these days, I'm going to pick up another book that's just almost the same size as it, just not anytime soon. I read It by Stephen King in like four days. But this one I have been having a hard time focusing. But today has been good. Got through 7 chapters so far. Okay, so that's good. That's good. Wow. So wait, when you read it, did you listen to the audiobook or you read it physically, like ebook or physical book? Wow. It took me, not gonna lie, maybe 3 years to get through it because I would keep picking up and putting it down, picking it up and putting it down. I take my time. I'm a mood reader, if you can't tell. Christina says, yeah, I muted a lot of Discord channel. Yes, so that's what I've been doing. So I've been muting them instead of like taking myself out because I don't want to leave, but I don't want a lot of notifications on my phone either. So after a while, I can kind of tell which ones I should stay active in. Oh, wait, I skipped a comment. Sorry. Christina said audiobooks help. Yes, they do to get through them, especially if the narrator is really good. Immersive reading. Okay, so you did both, like a hybrid read. Okay. We're going to get into a sprint pretty soon since it's now 10 past 7 over here. Format is interesting. Woman says, format is interesting. Conserve the pages, not many half pages. Okay, I see what you mean. And you're reading the ebook, right, of the John Lewis book? I need to get me. I need to actually. I think I put in a library hold now. I think about it. So hopefully I'll have it in time for the book club in February. When I read that kind of book, I don't read other books just so I can. Oh, okay, I see what you mean, Christina. Yeah, I wish that I could do that, but I get. I don't know. It's like I have. So sorry. I know you all can hear the air condition. It's cold over here, so I have the heat on. It's very loud. Um, but yeah, I have a hard time focusing on one book. And if I do focus on one book, it's only because it's really, really good and it's holding my attention. So it's been a while since I had anything like that. I think the last book that I read that actually kept my attention that I finished, I think I finished it within a week, was There's No Way I Die First by Lisa Springer. And I have a book club meeting, another book club meeting for it, I think next week or maybe this week, one or the other. And most of us already finished the book because we really enjoyed it. Of course, we have some issues with it in the sense of like we wish it went another direction or we had more points of views and stuff. But for the most part, all of us enjoyed it for the good time that it is. All right. So like I said before, I'm going to start the sprint. I'm trying to keep myself on track because I can veer off real quick. Okay. So woman say yes, she's reading it, the ebook. So I'm going to go on ahead. This time I'm going to do something a little bit different. I am going to, instead of using YouTube for the timer, I'm going to use a, what is it called? I think it's called a tomato timer. I'm going to use that instead so that there's not too much noise going on after the sprint is over and we start going into the break. Share screen. It's not this one. Okay, here it is. All right. So hopefully this one looks a little bit better. Um, I'm working on trying to get like what is the word I'm looking for? Uh, I'm working on trying to get a, what do you call that? That camera that goes on the top, webcam, and maybe some headphones or something like that. So my audio is better as well as my visuals because I would like to make Sprint something that's a staple on my channel. Maybe like once a month, have one that's an all day event, who knows? But that's in the works because I look back at my sprints after I finish just to see what the quality is like. And I know it could be better. So I thank you all for hanging in there with me as I try to figure this out. So we're going to go ahead and start our first 45-minute sprint. It's now 7:13. I will see you all in 45 minutes. Let me go ahead and start it. It's going to play a little bit of sound. I'm going to let you know that right now. When the break starts, but it's not going to be too loud. I made sure that it's a good volume. All right, let's get started. Hey, I'm back. Let me put the timer on to the short and long break. Well, actually, let me put this on here. Just change the settings to 15 minutes because I can talk. So, how did you all do during this sprint? I actually finished my book, so that's a good thing. I was reading Sex Criminals by Matt Friction, sorry. And I liked it. It's funny. It has its moments. Um, yeah, it has its moments. I'm not really sure what else to say. It's one of those books where well, actually not one of those books. Me as a reader, I don't really check the description of stuff before I jump into it. I think I expected more as far as like the erotic part of the book, but there wasn't a lot of erotica in there. At least not to me. If any of you decide to read it, let me know how you compare it. But I liked it. I don't know what star rating I would give it now. I'll have to think about it. But yes, I finished my book. So I'm going to have to change the banner at the bottom to show that I'm going to be reading a different book. I most likely will read my banned book, which is sold by is it Patricia? Yeah, Patricia McCormick. I'm about to call her Lady Paula. I'm going to remind you all, drink your water. If you're just joining, I had started here. This is 1.5 liters. This is what I need to finish the rest of the night. And it's going down. I'm going to go through his comments. Hopefully I can get through them in 15 minutes. But to let you all know that just came here, the last sprint, because we're going to do 2 more sprints. The last sprint, I'm going to actually be doing my exercise, which is going to be a 37-minute exercise, 5,400 steps. I do better exercising at night. Let me know in the comments if you'll be exercising at night, if it is night wherever you are, and what do you plan on doing? Let me see. When I click on comments, it always slowly gets up there. So where did I stop at? Okay, so yes. So earlier I was talking about how I wanted to invest in getting some equipment so that I can have sprints be something that's a staple on my channel, but I won't be doing it as regularly as most people do. I most likely will do just like one big sprint a month, but that's just something I'm thinking about. And Christina was laughing because I said all day sprints, which I mean, to me, I think that's fun. Do like an all day extravaganza. You can pop in and pop out. I'm going to still be there. Again, I apologize for the noise. It's cold here. The heater's coming on and it's loud. Yeah, so I answered her and said it'll be once a month. And I said it'll be like a sleepover type deal. So it'll be like spend the day with me, but live. Okay, so Amal said, hey, Amal. He said, reading The Text Appeal by Amber Roberts and E-Reading Pledge by Candy Steiner. Is it Steiner or Steiner? Let me write these down. I'm getting in the habit of writing down the books that you all are reading so that I can also leave it in the comment section or the description bar so that anybody that watches the replay, they can see which books that were mentioned in the chats. Let's see. Text Appeal. I feel like I've heard of The Text Appeal. What is it about? Amber Roberts. And then you have Pledge by Candy Steiner. Okay. Then we also have Courtney. Hey, Courtney from Tangible Reads. This is the host of the Boot Camp Readathon. Excellent idea. I've had a lot of fun joining in on everyone's sprints and, everybody catching up and keeping each other accountable for exercising and whatnot. I'm doing the best that I can to do some kind of exercise each day. So kudos on you. And here, Alicia Washington says, Madeline and I are here doing some admin work. You better get that money, honey. Yes, that's my sister, y'all. Shout out to my sister. Tell her hello. And Madeline is her dog. You've seen her in a couple of my videos. Hola. Hello, Lachette. Lachette is also... Wait, I feel like... Are you a cook? Hold up. I check. I feel like you were in there as one of the co-hosts, but I'm not really sure. Let me see. For the Boot Camp Readathon. No, you aren't, but you should be. I feel like you've been in everybody's sprints. But Lachette is also a booktuber. Go check her channel out. I've been catching up on everybody's videos. Everyone has a lot of like end of year videos that I need to go in and check out. So I've been taking my time. I'm pretty sure you all see my comments popping up every now and then. Courtney says hello to Lachette. Tangela Reed says she's watching CD. Ooh, what are you watching? Are you watching that? What was that show we were talking about last time? Just like that, I forgot. I remember like the first sprint, you were talking about some television show that you and your husband watched together. Last night, it was a heavy cartoon night for me. I don't know. It's like I was not in the mood to really think too much, so I was watching a lot of Bob's Burgers. Lachette says, hi, Courtney. You'll be happy to know I finished Treasure Island, and I am happy to know you finished too. I feel bad because I started it and I keep falling asleep. How are you getting past like all of the old English? I think it's not like old English, but still is like written in a way where some of the words I'm having to read it out loud in order to understand what exactly is trying to be said. Like, did you do an immersive reading? Did you do like a hybrid read? Because I'm not clicking with Treasure Island, the original. The remix, however, I enjoyed. I'm going to keep trying, though. Like, I have how many days left in the month of January? 8 or 9 days. I'm going to keep trying. But I'm not making any promises. Yeah. Courtney said, yes, relief. I know, because it seems like in every one of Courtney's sprints, Lachette was saying, I'm reading Treasure Island. Dedication. Okay. Kudos to you too, because I don't know if I can. I'm gonna try. Like I said, Nate Garvey says, hello everyone, dealing with grand dog in the rain. Yes, the rain and the cold. I know Ivy, the dog, does not like going outside when it's like this, so I'm pretty sure it's quite a journey trying to get her just to go use the restroom. Anybody else having issues having their pups go outside to use the restroom in this bad weather? Amal said, got the 23% of pledge on page 22 of text appeal. That's good. Great progress. Yeah, that's a lot. Is it fast paced? But then again, we had a 45-minute sprint, so it sounds like I'm asking a dumb question at this point. But how is the pacing? Christina said, got to chapter 10. That's good. Christina, what are you reading? Oh, Wheel of Time book, Eye of the World. I remember. Yes. Chapter 10. I know those chapters are kind of long, or are they shorter? Because I think Eye of the World, is that the first book in the Wheel of Time, or is that like the prologue? Not prologue, what do you call it? The prequel. I always get it mixed up because I know it's like they have the series, but the series also has books in between. Christine says, hydrate. Yes, you all. Make sure you drink your water. It's so important. So important. I know that you can get water from other things as well, just like fruit and coffee and tea and whatnot, but nothing beats just plain old H2O. I may drink this and some tea tonight. I know I'm going to wake up using the restroom, but I don't mind. At least my kidneys are working. Amen. Hey, Kiana. Kiana says hello to Courtney and Christina. Christina says hello to Kiana. If this is your third time, you should know some people's names by now, y'all. So go on ahead, make sure you say hello. Christina says hello to Courtney. Says hello to Amal. And then Christina said, hi, everyone joining that sprint. Thank you so much. This is what I want to always say when I join someone's sprint. I'm like, hello, everybody. Because if I had my way, I would have everybody's name in my comment. Everybody that I'm familiar with, I'd be like, hello, Christina, Nicole, Courtney, Kiana, Amal, blah, blah. I would keep going. But YouTube purposely made sure that the characters that were allowed inside the comment box is short because of people like me. Yes, I don't know why, Lachette. I went I kept thinking you were one of the co-hosts. There are a lot of us, and yeah, I think next year if we do this again, you should sign up so you can be a co-host. It'll be a fun time. Be a co-host for the Boot Camp Readathon. That reminds me, Courtney, if you're still here, let us know. Do you plan on doing this again next year? Because I feel like it's not even just next year. Are you going to make it like a quarterly thing, or are you just like still thinking about it? Are the wheels still turning when it comes to this Boot Camp Readathon? Yes, Lachette, you are around a lot. Started Clash of Steel. Yay! I'm so happy you finally made it to Clash of Steel. Let me know how you like it. And I guess maybe because you already read Treasure Island, you'll be able to tell us in the sprints leading up until the end of the month whether or not it's good in comparison to the original. Did that make sense? I lost track of what I was saying, but yes, I'm gonna blame that on me trying to work on my Spanish at the same time. At the same time as I'm reading stuff in English, I'm noticing like the more and more I'm practicing it, the more and more I'm starting to think in Spanish translated into English. So yeah, forgive me if when I'm speaking it just kind of it loses its path. But you know what I mean. Uh, Lachette said, no, some parts are easier than others. It is old English, but same. I was expecting like the pirates, but Jim's parts aren't too bad. Plus some of the story. Oh, see, I don't know the story. So maybe if I knew the story already, I would be more interested in it. But I don't know. It's hard. But I'm going to keep reading it. Like I said, I just want to. I would be happy if I could even just get through 50% of the book in this month and just finish the rest of it next month. It's just getting past the English because I'm trying to remember. I think I'll mention it in the Storygraph forum. One of the words that I saw, and I somehow used my context clues to figure out what it meant. But when I looked up online, they were like, "Yeah, this is a word that I think if the word was another word for situated." They said this is an old word for situated, putting it. It's the two words mixed together to mean situated. So I was like, oh God, like if we have more words like this, I am going to have a hard time. Maybe it's best that if I were to read this again, well, not read this again, if I do read Treasure Island and I do decide to read it again for better understanding, I have a physical copy because I'm reading it on ebook instead. And I feel like I had physical and I can write and make notes and stuff. Things will stick a little bit better. Like right now, it's like Velcro. You just pull it off. So it's not sticking. Yes, I the World first book, and I read 3 chapters that sprint, but I also had to mama for a bit too. Yes, got to take care of the children. They can't take care of themselves. They could try, but they won't do as well as the parents do. So, yes, mama duty. Lachette said, wonder if I should do live shows. You won't know until you try. Try it out. I'll be there. Just let me know, schedule it, and then I'll put the notifications on. And if I see it, you will see me in the comment section. I am known to be the one person that's in somebody's live, and I will talk your ear off in the sense of, all the comments will just be me. So I say, go ahead and do it. And if you want me to, I can help you share it around. I got you. I got you. We all got to support each other. I know I always say this, but we are an ecosystem. So if you know someone that can help you to get the right people, not the right people, but you know what I mean, to get people to come into your streams and to communicate, to talk and connect and all that stuff, do it. Do it. Currently reading part one of King Alive. Okay. How is it so far? Like King Alive. I don't know if you all remember this from the last sprint. We were talking about that book, how it's like shaking the table when it comes to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. How, his life was not the way that we would think it would be. If you all remember that, let me know in the comments down below. But I'm asking Nate Godfrey now, like, how are you liking it so far now that you're reading part 1? Are they just talking about like the beginnings of his life, or are they just jumping into like all the different things that people didn't know about? A lot of people are talking about this book right now. I was in a live with but I was in the comment section for Dee Dee from Brown Girl Reading, and she was talking about the book. I think she already finished it for one of her book clubs. Everyone enjoyed it. I guess not enjoyed it necessarily, but like enjoyed it in the sense that it drove a lot of conversation and discussion. And a lot of people in the comments were saying that they were, waiting to get their book, or they have the book on their TBR. I'm waiting until it comes out on paperback. I think it's only available in the UK right now on paperback. But yeah, I'm excited to read it as well. I'm going to be reading it all year if you all want to join me. But yeah, that book is like, it's hot cake right now. As my husband would say, it's hot cake. Everybody is trying to pick it up. You made perfect sense. Okay. Yeah, I know. I just be going on, and then I just lose track. It's bad. It's something I'm working on. If my younger sister is still here, she would tell you I have a difficult time with brevity and not repeating myself. So it's something that I'm always working on. Let's see. Nate. Okay. She said, and enjoying Yellowstone series and CBS will delete it for 2. Yes, y'all. I don't know if you all remember this or not, but I'm going to pause this. Okay, I don't know if you heard that, but that was a timer. I'm going to wrap up the comments pretty soon. But CBS wasn't working. It's like there's something to do with their contract or something. It wasn't renewed after some time, and nobody was able to watch anything. So Nate Godfrey, which is actually my sister, I'm not going to say her real name unless she wants me to, but this is my older sister. She was, like missing her shows and stuff that are on CBS. So that's good that you're able to catch up on that. I still am just baffled that you all weren't able to watch any CBS for like what 2 or 3 months. That was crazy. Yes, practice makes perfect, Courtney. I'm trying. It's 2+ months. That's a long time. I wonder, like, what exactly did the people do if nobody could really watch them on certain TV stations? Questions that need answers. How are you liking Eye of the World? Okay, so Lachette's asking Christina how she likes the Eye of the World. I want to know too, because I feel like I started it, but I don't remember what of it I read. I know it was when I was reading it, it just felt like I was walking alongside someone and observing the same things they were observing. But that's it. But like it was like mindless for me. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't ready for it. It was like 2 years ago that I tried, so I may try again. Not this year, but most likely before I turn 40. So that's a couple of years from now. I will try Eye of the World and delve into what is the Wheel of Time. Because I enjoyed the first season of the TV show on Amazon. I know a lot of people don't really care for it because they said it doesn't really connect or translate well. But I enjoyed it for what it was. Christina said it's getting there. Now that I can focus on it, it's not too bad. I think I am still in the world building part. Yeah, most likely. Maybe that's what it is. The world building. I'm more of a character driven person. So when it comes to world building, I don't want to say the author can keep it, but it's not really that important to me unless it's a world where, I don't know, like the trees and stuff look a different color. That's the only reason I would really even care, or like even just like the other creatures and stuff that are other, what do you call them, characters? The rest of the population, basically, like a little bit like Sarah J. Maas's Crescent. Is it Crescent Moon or Blood? City of Blood, whichever book is the red book. That's big. I remember it took like 80 pages before I was into the book because she was trying to explain so much that was happening. So yeah, world building. It's one of those things that can give me a headache, but if it's done well, I'm okay. Okay, see, Christina says she'll be there too. So you got 2 of us already that'll be in your live if you do it. Let us know. We'll turn our notifications on. Just said it's been a while since I read a classic from this time frame, but I have, so that helps. I know many of the words already. Many of the words already. I did have to look up the nautical terms because I forget that so often. Yes, that's another thing. So because I don't know the different parts of ships, that's why I usually stay away from any kind of seafaring story. And I shouldn't do that because it's like, Jaleesa, they're words. You can look them up. But I'm lazy. But I'm trying to get out of that. Skipping words or thinking like, oh, this is just too much. Like I don't want to think that while I'm reading, it feels like a manual. So maybe if I just get in the practice of like setting aside time to actually make a list of different words so I can get used to what's what and where they're situated on this ship and whatnot, it won't be so overwhelming for me. So that's another thing that I forgot to mention. So yeah, you're right. The nautical terms, it can be work. to think about. But it's good that you had a head start, because you already read, you knew the history of the book already. Not Christina said, Lachette said to Christina, I have this in ebook form. I want to read the series eventually. Okay, okay. I want to get the physical, but I want the paperbacks of Wheel of Time. I like how they look, but that's when we get a home. Like right now, I just have enough books that are not on the shelf, they're in boxes, and I don't need to be adding anything else anytime soon. So we'll see. Maybe I'll purchase the books if I really enjoy the series and I feel like I'm going to reread it. Otherwise, I'll be okay reading it on my ebook or checking out from the library. Lachette said, I know for read alongs, people usually do live shows for the books, each book per month. I didn't know if people would want to do those from Remix Classics. That's interesting. I feel, if this was me, okay, I'm just saying, I feel that I would do it only if I know that there's like activity in other areas that you already posted it. So for example, if my buddy reads that I'm doing for this year, if I have enough people that are reading the book as well as discussing it in other places, like in my Facebook group or in Discord, as well as in the story graph, if I have enough discussion going on, then I'll say, okay, we're gonna do a live show. Um, that's the only reason why I would do it for the remix classics. But then at the same time, you can do it without that because you can always just do the video and then do the live discussion. Have people come in if they do come in. If they don't, no big deal because then you would have recorded a video discussing the books, how you felt about it, and then it'll be there on YouTube for other people to come and see later on. You'd be surprised how many people are looking up stuff from like older books way back when. Somebody's always looking up something. I can prove that by showing you my search history from, I don't know, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, always thinking about random stuff. So I say go for it. You won't know until you try. As long as you don't feel like you're wasting your time and you enjoy what you're doing while you're doing it, I say go for it. Do it. Cheerleader over here, okay? Lachette said, Yellowstone looks interesting. I've heard of it. I don't remember what the cover of the TV show looks like. I feel like my coworker told me about it before, but I haven't really sat down to really look at it. Lately, I haven't been looking at a lot of TV, but it must be good, especially if that's like the first thing that my sister wants to see now that CBS is back and live. Christina said, I tried to read it physically and tried audio. I have to immersive read this one just to be aware. Okay. So she's letting you know it may be best to do an immersive read because it's a hefty book, the Eye of the World. Other people have said the same too. Yes, Christina said, I'm trying to remember. I don't know. Vin may not be in here, but Vin from Vin's Book Corner here on BookTube, he also explained that I think specifically the audio book that's narrated by Rosamund Pike. I think whoever plays one of the main characters in the TV show on Amazon Prime, she narrated I think the first 2 or 3 books, if I remember correctly, and a lot of people applaud her performance for the narration. So. Think about that if you're going to pick up The Eye of the World and anything else. Immersive means reading physically and audio at the same time. And Courtney answered, she said yes. Okay. So Nate Godfrey said that they're a little disappointed. Oh no. Are you disappointed in the writing or are you disappointed in like the new information that you're learning about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.? Okay, Crescent City. Thank you. I always get the books mixed up. I still need to read book 2, and I think book 3 comes out pretty soon. But I'm waiting until the entire series is done before I pick up the rest of them because I don't mind rereading, but I don't want to reread a 700 plus page book. Michelle said, I don't know if I can do that, but I won't rule it out. I'm not too worried about it because I do like the heavy world building. Okay, fantasy series. Okay. Did I click on this? Okay, I did. Hey, Nicole. If you all don't know, Nicole does sprints on Mondays, 8 o'clock a.m. I was in them today, this morning. I surprised myself. I was like, I'm up. Well, I was up, but I wasn't out because I work from home on Mondays. But she got me through. I got up and started doing what I needed to do for work. She says hello to everyone in the chat. Everyone said hello to Nicole. Do, 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 do. Lachette says hello. Christina says hello. I'm going to stop at the next two comments, and we're going to start in our next 45-minute sprint because it's now 8:24. I got them from the library. Books be expensive, and there are a lot of these. If I end up liking it, then I'll buy them. Okay, so Christina is thinking the same thing as me. Yeah, I that's a lot of books to buy. 14? No. Okay. And Lachette agreed. She said she does the same thing. Okay. So I'm going to change this banner. And then I'm also going to start the timer for 45 minutes. Get your books ready. Make sure you have your water. If you need to, get up and walk around. I most likely will turn the camera off a little bit so I can get up and walk around a little bit, stretch a little bit, and then come back, and then you'll see my face. I'll be reading. I will be reading Sold by Patricia McCormick, and that's one of my banned books that I'm reading for the Boot Camp Readathon. If you haven't done so yet, let us know in the comment section what you'll be reading. If you won't be reading, what exercise will you be doing? And if you're not drinking water, what you drinking? Just let me know. We talk about everything here. Okay, so make sure I remember where I stopped at. I stopped at here. I'm going to go ahead and present my screen. And we're going to do Pomodoro. And we're going to start now. I'm going to turn my voice off. See you in 45. Hello, hello, hello. Wake up if you fell asleep. I made it through 13% of my book, so I'm at the 19% mark of Sold by Patricia McCormick, and I'm enjoying it. I forgot that the book is in verse, which is like one of my favorite formats when it comes to books. So I foresee myself finishing this book most likely tonight or tomorrow. Um, well, realistically tomorrow, because after I work out, I'm gonna log off here and then shower and call it a night. Maybe wash one load of clothes, and that's about it. But I'm enjoying the book so far. I shared one of the quotes that I highlighted. I highlighted several quotes actually, and it's just it got kind of sad. I teared up a little bit because I just the value of a woman being so low. Well, not even so low, but just like on the same level as an animal. Not saying that an animal is lowly either. It's just heartbreaking. I don't like it. I don't like it if you can't tell. Like it irritates me. But what can you do, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the comments. Let me know how far you all made it. I'm checking the time. It's 9:12 now. So we most likely have time for one more sprint after we get through these comments here. So Lachette said, a read along, not Lachette, I'm sorry. Kiana said, I read along. A read along would be encouraging to me to read a classic or a remix classic, and I'd be happy to watch your live. So we were talking earlier about whether or not Lachette should do lives for her remix classics readathon. Go check it out. Go to her channel, click on her name. You'll be able to go see there. She has an announcement video there, and it also has the StoryGraph link there. And she was discussing whether or not she wants to do a live. So I told her I'd be there. Now we got Christina said she's going to be there. Sexy lady. Kiana said she's going to be there. So, hey, it sounds like a party to me. Seems like there's something that needs to be in the works, right? Right. Christina's talking about the glossary. She said it has a glossary that's 25 pages, and that's in the back or the front. I'm assuming one or the other of Eye of the World. That is a long glossary. The last time I read a book that had a glossary that long, not even that long, but just like an extensive glossary, was what is it called? The Fifth Season. Usually with glossaries, I don't even go through it until I get to the word. A word that I feel like I need some more clarification. Otherwise, yeah, I'm not gonna about to sit down and look through all of it first. Maybe I should. That sounds smarter, doesn't it? But it's like, why should I study this dictionary and glossary or whatever before I read? Let me just kind of, throw me in there, and I'll learn as I go. That's what I'll do. Cause ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, you're welcome. You see, I told you, ecosystem. We're encouraging you. Do it. You never know. Courtney said no, 700-page book the first time. We were talking about what was it? The 700-page book. Oh, we were talking about Crescent City, and I said I didn't want to reread it in anticipation for the third book that's coming out. So I'm waiting until the entire series comes out before I pick up the next couple of books, because yes, 700 pages is a lot. It took some time to get through. And can you imagine, I read that book around the same time as The Black Sun by I can't remember her name. Why can't it's on the tip of my tongue? The Black Sun. I don't remember how many pages that book was, but I know it was long. So it was like a fever dream. Now, like that I think about it, I read those two big books back to back, or maybe simultaneously, and they were good. It's just they were thick. They were thickums. And Kiana says, hello, Nicole. So I was mentioning earlier that Nicole has been doing sprints at 8 o'clock a.m. on Mondays, and she said that she's also surprised that she's up too. But I thought you said you were a morning person, or did I get it incorrectly during the sprint? I don't remember, but yeah, I'm not a morning person. I'm not gonna tell you all my business, but I struggle daily to get to work at a decent time or a time that people are usually like coming in. So I'm saying something without saying something. I don't know if I ever will be a morning person. I think I get my like energy or like my times from my father because he's a little bit similar, but he's able to actually get up. Hope that makes sense. So he's able to get up early enough and move around. He has to just get up early, early, like 2 or 3, maybe 4 hours earlier nowadays in order to make sure you get somewhere on time. I'm a little bit the same way. I have to get up at least 2 or 3 hours early just so I can be on time anywhere I go. I can't get ready in 30 minutes. I don't know how my younger sister does it. Lachey said, "Oh, Nicole, let me add you to my list. I do read in the mornings." Okay, yes. So we'll see you there next week on Monday. I most likely will be there as well, and I'm gonna make sure I holler out, be like, "Hey, Lachey, how you doing, girl? You made it to the 8 a.m. sprints." Oh, that reminds me, another person that for this month, Courtney had 8 a.m. sprint, I think on Saturday. I think Saturday I had to go to the airport to pick up my husband. That's maybe why I didn't attend. But yeah, I think she has another one coming up maybe. Let us know in the comment section where she has reading sprints as productivity sprints and working out with her. So it's a triple threat kind of thing going on. So go support everybody. Hi, Christina, Courtney, Kiana, and Scarlet Moon Creation. So Nicole is saying hello to everyone. And Nicole is also reading Eye of the World. Definitely get the first from the library and then decide from there. So yeah, most of us are thinking the same thing. Like, let's just try it out first before actually jumping in and buying all of the books in that series. I think that would be a great regret for myself. I don't know. I don't like buying books just to get rid of them. So that's why I mostly check books out from the library of anything else. Nicole says there's a glossary. Mm-hmm. She's speaking to Kay Simmons, which is Christina. What happened? Okay, Courtney said hello to Nicole. Everybody's talking to each other. Hey. Let's see. Lachette said, guess I'm doing a burpee for a Clash of Steel. Mm-hmm. I think I did the same thing. At first, I had War Girls, if that's the one that's supposed to be. No, the military. I think that's the one for the military character. I switched it out. At first, I was going to do War Girls, and then I was like, no, let me do. No, take it back. No, it wasn't that one. It was for audiobook. So sorry. I did Clash of Steel for audiobook. What I'm changing out for the war hero or war character, a military character, is some book that I read by Debbie McComber. I don't remember, but yeah, I switched out my books. Kiana said, I'm listening to Interview with a Vampire by Anne Rice. I need to get around to that. I feel like a fraud because I call myself a vampire girly and I still haven't read that yet. So I need to read it. I'm trying to remember whether or not I've seen the movie that's based on it, but I saw it like a long time ago. I need to rewatch that. I would like to read the book prior to actually trying to watch the television show. I tried to watch episode 1 and I think it's too dark in the sense that like the lighting is too dark. I don't know what it is with me and lighting in movies or even TV shows, but the same thing happened when I was watching the most recent Batman movie with not James Patterson. Whoever played Edward from Twilight. He was in that movie, and it was just so dark. I fell asleep. So I'm going to try again when it comes to the Interview with a Vampire TV show, but it was so dark, I just couldn't get into it. It was that one and another one that's based on Anne Rice's books. What is it called? Something about the witches. Witch of something. I tried to watch that. It's just too dark. I need them to light it up a little bit. Give me a little bit of sunlight, and I'll stick with you. But, yeah, I need to get to that. Okay, so Lachette said she's seen that. She's read that too. She says it's one of her favorites. Christina said, yeah, Nicole, does yours not have one? Oh, I guess maybe the what do you call it? The editions are different, possibly. I mean, depending on like what year. I would assume, though, that it would always have it, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And Nate says, a little curious about the photo that hung on the wall. I'm assuming hung on the wall next to Jesus in the early 70s or 80s. Since the movie Rustin. If you all don't know, Rustin is one of the movies that came out on Netflix. I haven't seen it, but my sister told me about it, where they're talking about one of Martin Luther King Jr.'s advisors, who was a openly gay man. But he also, helped the civil rights movement and other social justice movements and changes and all that stuff. But people were insinuating that he and Dr. King had a affair or a sexual relationship. So yeah, it's like that movie as well as this book is kicking up a lot of dust. That's all I can say. But she says, and the book King of Life, I'm curious about this man who we celebrate every year. I feel the same way. I don't think it's not going to change my mind about him because, we have so many different things to thank him for as far as change. But like we said in the last but the last time we sprinted, everyone has skeletons in their closet. So it's just that somebody took the time, like I said, to kick up this dust. But it's everybody to each their own when it comes to actually seeking out this information if they want to go and read and watch the movie Rustin, and read this book, because you're going to learn new things that you may not like. It's almost like if somebody were to go into somebody's phone, you go looking, you go, what? Find. Okay, that's me. I was telling you all, like, this made me not upset, but it's just like, oh. Like, can you believe people think this kind of stuff about women in general? So I said, this quote hit me in the feels. A son will always be a son, they say, but a girl is like a goat. Good. Hold on. It's stopping. Good as long as. I swear I can read. I'm sorry. I'm trying to show the comment at the same time. Good as long as she gives you milk and butter, but not worth crying over when it's time to make stew. Oh, Lord. Father God, that's the heater. So sorry. Okay, so Nicole said, turns out it does, Christina. I always forget to look. So see, now you have the glossary. I'm assuming it's going to help you keep up with like some of the characters and maybe places and times and whatnot. Okay, Christina, she saw the quote. Yeah, it is a statement. And it gets worse. Like this, I would go into detail. I may just talk about it, later in when I do a book review. So stay tuned for that. But this book here, I don't know. Like, sometimes I wonder if like a majority of the world is just brainwashed. Because to think that, like, long story short, the mother, when she found out that the daughter was, having her first period or saw her first blood, however you want to phrase it, she said, oh, well, I need to tell you what to do. And I understand culturally, everybody reacts to a period or menstrual cycle differently. But in this book in particular, it was like 2 or 3 pages full of stuff you should not do and should do. Why? But I know, I understand. In my Western eyes, I'm wondering, why are we making such a big deal about it? But they're like, you can't look at the plot of land, or the plot of land will suffer. You can't look at an animal, or this will happen. You can't look at me in the eyes when you're on your period. If your husband comes home, and you should wash his feet and drink a little bit of the water. If your husband comes to bed and looks at you, you're supposed to basically please him and make sure that you have a child. If you have a man child, you have to feed him until he's 4 years old. If you have a girl child, you just feed her enough, but only enough so that your milk doesn't dry up. And then you can get pregnant again, so you can't have a boy instead. Like, you see, like, all of that, I'm getting hot just thinking about it. Let me shut up, because I'm going to keep going. Like, I don't like all those rules. Are you back, Just? What are you trying to say, Woman Washington? Oh, okay. She was asking, are we back from the break? I don't remember what time that was. We most likely were if I was talking. But if I'm not talking and you see the timer, that means that we're sprinting. We're going to do one more sprint after this. I remember Nicole DBS saying something about it, but I was looking for the page count. My book also has the beginning of the next book. Oh, wow. So this is like a preview. Okay, Christina. Wait, do you have the one? Is it the hardback or the paperback that you have? Wait, never mind. I think you told me that you take that back. You did check out from the library, but I wasn't sure if it was the ebook or a physical book that you checked out. Kiana says she got the 6%. Lewis is now a vampire. Ooh, I'm getting excited because you know what? I think I told you all this before. Like I was a very imaginative child, and I was like, either I'm gonna be a witch or I'm gonna be a vampire one day. It was an either or kind of situation. Ah, Christina said, I read a chapter. I keep missing things and having to go back. Yeah. That's. Are you sitting up or laying down while reading? That may change whether or not you can keep focused on everything that's happening in the book because it can be a little bit meandering. Okay, Nicole made it 30 pages into hell of a book. Yes, I wrote that down as one of the books that I need to try. I know I had it on my TBR, but you've been talking about it and praising it so far and really enjoying it. So now I'm like, okay, next time I need like to fill in a slot as far as like how many books I want to read inside of in a month, I may slip it in there because it sounds like it's a good time, especially because it makes you feel all these different feelings at once. Because I think you said that it made you kind of like cry, but like laugh simultaneously or like immediately after each other. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I like feeling things, if you can't tell, while I'm reading. Um, yes, Nicole said that quote was crazy. Yes, and there's more like that. There's another quote where the mother says, like the father comes back after disappearing. They owe all these debts. I'm talking about sold, y'all. So the father owes all these debts. He gambles away all their money. He does not plant anything. He doesn't help to make sure that the house is stable because they have monsoons. So the monsoon comes through and it washes away all their plots. The father, he's too drunk to get up. Like I said, he gambles all the money away, and then all of a sudden he just like disappears. Once he disappears, you have people coming to the door. You have the person asking for rent. You have a person coming asking for the money that is owed for some kind of sugar that they borrowed. You have the teacher that's like, don't worry about it. And then some other person that gave them some money, and he saw that they didn't have anything, so he said, I'll just take half of the money. All that happens, and then like a couple of maybe weeks later, the father shows up in a new coat and a hat because he won that through gambling. And the mother says, oh, a man in a nice hat and a jacket is better than no man at all. Ma'am. Ooh, I'm getting hot again. This is why I say I feel like most of the world is brainwashed. Ugh, it burns my biscuits. I don't like it, but I'm going to keep reading it. It's a good book. It's one of them things. Christina said, Nicole, what chapter are you on in Eye of the World? Okay. Yes. Christina said, hydrate. As you all can see, I'm almost done with my water. The rest of the water is here in my tea tumbler. It has apple cinnamon tea. So I'll drink that as well. And I'll be done with my water for the day. I've had 2 of these. So that's 3 liters of water. I could go for 4, but I don't want to be up all night using the restroom. I'm sorry. Nicole says, finish chapter 32 in Eye of the World this morning. Okay. Uh-oh. Christina said, I am so far behind, but I read 10 chapters so far today, but I finished Salt and Broom earlier. I remember, so I still did good. Yeah, you finished an entire book today, and you started another one, and I think you're making great progress. Most likely you'll catch up to wherever Nicole is now, either tonight or tomorrow. Okay, Nicole said, no, I'm not a morning person, but I have awful insomnia, so I just can't sleep. Okay, makes sense. So it's like, what should I do with my time since I can't fall asleep? Read. Okay, makes sense. Oh no, what are you taking to deal with the insomnia? I'm trying to remember what my sister said she was taking. I don't know, because she has insomnia as well. I don't have that. I'll give me 15 minutes and I'm out. Christina, yes, I agree. Mornings are for birds, not humans. I can't. Oh, just even thinking about getting up so early. The earliest I've gotten up is 3 o'clock in the morning, which was I'll take it back. I maybe woke up earlier to do something before, but I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get my husband to the airport by 4:30, something like that. And I almost went to work and get there by 5, but I said, no, let me go back home and get a little bit of more shut eye before I go and tackle the work of the day. So Yeah. I don't have the spirit of productiveness when it comes to using my time wisely when it's too early. If you can't tell already. Okay. Oh, see, there she is. Alicia. She said, "Let me either. I'm not. I'm a night owl. Yes, we are night owls. We do our best turning up at night. Me and my sister, we play Monopoly Go, and that's when we're like calling each other. Do you want to trade stickers? And we just have a whole conversation. Yesterday, I fell asleep on the phone, but the battery died beforehand. That's a long story that I'm not going to share now. But yeah, that's how we are. We're night people. We don't really do mornings. Okay, so Nicole, the person who's doing the remix readathon is Lachette Scarlet Moon Creations. Check out her channel. She has an announcement video there. Okay, Nicole said you have gotten a lot done today, Christina. Yeah, Christina's gotten a lot done today. So reading wise, yes. And then didn't she also clean something today? I don't remember. I feel like you've been moving all day, Christina. All day. I know you're gonna sleep good. Multiple is dedication. Yes. Yes, Courtney. And that's the reason why you don't see me really showing too many series on my channel, because it takes dedication, commitment, and I just don't have it. I can do it if the series is finished, but most of the time these series are not done. There's always something else coming out. Once you think the series is done, they're like, oh, here's a novella, and here's the prequel, and here's a sequel, and here. Can we find a stopping point? Because I'm ready to get off this train. How are you liking Rice, Kiana? Are you reading the whole series? Okay, so Christina's asking Kiana if she's going to read the whole series for Interview with a Vampire. Robert Patterson. Thank you, Christina. That's his name. I don't know why I would call him James Patterson, but I know that's the author. The name sounds similar to me, the last name. Yeah, he's in that Batman movie, and it was so dark, I just couldn't. I said, I tried. And it was long, 2 or 3 hours. I'm getting older. I need a movie that's an hour and a half. After that, you're on your own. You're on your own. Kiana says, oh, I'm enjoying it. I've seen the Cruise Pit movies so many times and watched the first episode of one on AMC. I might end up continuing. Okay. Well, keep us posted, because, like I said, I tried to make it through one, and I couldn't. My attention was gone. Maybe because of the dialogue was so slow. One of these days, I'm gonna have to try again. I refuse to give up. Like, take it back. I will give up after trying. This is what I usually do. I'll try either 3 to 5 times or something, TV show wise, before I say no, not for me. Or I'll wait like 3 or 4 episodes before I completely give up. Because sometimes it takes time for the TV show to pick up. So I give things a fair try before I say no. Yes, the movie is amazing. I need to rewatch it. We're still talking about Interview with a Vampire, if you all are just coming in. Yes, Courtney, that level of sexism is horrible. That's the one thing that's irritating me the most in this book. I don't know if which ages it's targeted towards, but I can kind of sort of see why it would be banned, only because it's difficult subject matter and it has to be handled carefully. But I say throw the whole man away. That stepfather of hers, no good. It is paperback. Okay, so paperback. Okay. Christina's talking about the Eye of the World, the version that she has. Or the edition, sorry, that she's reading right now. Okay, Wilma Washington says, readers should not be anchored to others' personal past. Move forward on positive strengths to make things better. Right. I agree. I'm assuming you're talking about King, A Life. I agree. Okay, Kristen, so I'm not falling asleep. I just am having ADHD issues. Drinking water, anything like that is distracting me, but I really am enjoying it when I'm in it. Okay, I understand. I'm a little bit like that. I'm not diagnosed. Have a feeling I am. Only because when I'm at work, you can ask my coworker. She'll say, Jaleesa will work for about 30 to 45 minutes, and then I start up a conversation. But to be fair, we don't see each other again until Wednesday. That's the only time we are both in the office at the same time. So we both have so much to share with each other that we're both, going back and forth and talking to each other. And then Thursday and Friday, I'm all alone with my thoughts. And so that's why you see me all jumping into you all's sprints, because I need somebody to talk to. Otherwise, I go stir crazy. Oh, Kiana, the book I'm talking about, she said, "Oh, child, what book is this again?" It's called Sold, SOLD, by Patricia McCormick. And it's the book that I'm reading that's a banned book. And it's tapping on my nerves. But I'm going to keep reading it because, to me, if a book is tapping on my nerves in that way, it's good. Like, I'm feeling, not necessarily, what is the word? It's not convicted because I didn't do anything. But I'm feeling it. I'm feeling, English words are escaping me. Empathy for this. Essentially, she's a child and she really has no control. There's no agency. Everything is decided for her. Everything. And then it's like the mother just cannot see that she has her children living in a situation where it's not really healthy for them. And she can do so much better. Like, what's the point in you having this man if you're doing everything, sis? Like, you're planting all the food. You're holding on to the money. You have to hide corn so your children can have popcorn. You got to hide one single cigarette because he most likely will smoke it if he see it. It's a lot. it's a lot. This is like a preview of what to expect when I start complaining about the stuff that irritated me in this book. I have a feeling it's going to be like a 4-star, only because it is grinding my gears a little bit. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Nicole, for what is the word I'm looking for? For the not amnesia. You better not have amnesia. For the insomnia, Nicole, my sister says try magnesium and tart cherry juice. So try it out and see if it works. Okay, Nicole says I can fall asleep. I'm bad at staying asleep. Oh, okay. Let me try the tart cherry. Oh, so you can fall asleep. It's just staying asleep. So you just like get up. Oh man, that has to suck. I wonder what triggers that as far as insomnia goes. Like, does it just happen over time, or like, does it happen because of habits, daily habits? For example, like you have a job, or a baby, something like that. They get up at all hours of the night. Like, what is it? Knock on wood. I hope that doesn't happen to me as I age, because that's a little scary. Oh no! And you too, Courtney. You say you use melatonin patches. Oh no, man! My brother-in-law had to take melatonin pills. I think at one point my sister and my brother-in-law were taking like NyQuil or ZQuil, one or the other, just to help them fall asleep. It can't be me. I feel like I'm Delulu. If I don't get enough sleep, I get really jittery. Nicole said I can't do the melatonin. According to the moment, my melatonin levels are great. Oh, okay, definitely working right now. Okay, that's good. Good that you got a handle on it. All right, y'all. We're gonna slow down on the comments, okay? Because I'm about to start the sprint pretty soon. We don't want to do like last time where I had to skip the comments. I felt so bad that I had to, but I didn't want to have you all just like on here for so long. I know in some areas it's getting late and you all want to go to sleep. Thank you for being here. Okay, I'm going to always thank y'all. Christina said, yeah, I'm trying to rearrange the main room. I gave up on the sorting of craft supplies, though, except the yarn. Still not done, but making progress. And my son is in his exam week for the school, too. Oh, okay. So, yeah, you've been busy. I remember hearing or seeing in the comments that you were moving stuff around. You had found some yarn. So, yeah, you are busy. One of these days, I'm going to be there. I don't look forward to it, but one of these days I'm going to be there when my 2 children, I'll have to tell you all about that some other day. When they get here, I will be everywhere. Let me drink y'all water. Let me drink. I've been holding this water and it's open this entire time. Drink your water. Okay. Nicole said goodbye. She said good night. Good night. Thank you for coming. Christine said, fun stuff. Good night, Nicole. Sleep well. Everybody saying good night to Nicole. Words. Good night, Nicole. I'm making it. I'm doing it. Yay. Okay. Kiana says, okay, thanks. Yeah, if you want to pick it up, pick up. I believe it's a middle grade book because it's written in verse. Maybe it's YA. I'm not really sure. But all I know is I don't like the daddy. The mama needs a wake up call because, sis, that ain't it. That's not a man worth even fighting over. Okay, yes. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Y'all drink y'all water. Like I said, this is about maybe 16 ounces left to drink. I have this little swig left, so I'll be done. Another 1.5 liters done. So I caught up with the comments. I'm going to actually ask you all, how long do you want the next sprint to be? I'm gonna do a workout for 37 minutes, but I can cut it short if you need me to. So really quick, if you're still here, let me know, how long do you want the next sprint to be before we sign off for the night? I'm gonna give y'all some time to think. The options can be 20, 25, 30. It's up to you all. I'm gonna turn the TV on pretty soon so I can do the workout. Is my internet working? Or is or is it about the time? I don't want to hold you all too long. Because it's about to be 10 o'clock in about 15 minutes. Okay, so Kiana said 25. Okay. Everybody else agree? 25? You can do 25 minutes? I'll do a 25-minute workout, and then I'll save the rest of it for either later or tomorrow. Because I don't have to do the whole 37. I just want to get my heart rate up a little bit. All done with that, and I have my 16 ounce of tea. All right, so I'm gonna set it to 25. Oh, did I close it? Okay, no, I didn't close it. I'm gonna set it to 25. And then after this, we're gonna call it a night. Thank you for hanging out with me, reading, and getting some exercise done. If you haven't been exercising, if you've been sitting in the same spot, I need you to get up, walk around a little bit, stretch your arms in the air, do some leg lifts as you're sitting down, walk in place, do some jumping jacks, something, because reading is a sedentary thing, especially if you're reading a physical book. And the whole point of the Boot Camp Readathon is to get people moving. You hear me? So we're going to start now. I will see you all in 25 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and work out. Hey, hey, hey. We're done. I just finished a 20-minute workout. I'll leave it in the comments below, the one that I did. Um, all I know is my legs and my butt are going to feel it tomorrow. And that's a good thing. It's good to feel. So before we sign off, let me know how much progress you all made in your books. If you did read and if you did do a workout, what did you do? And then we're going to wrap it up. We're not going to be here too long. I thank you all for hanging in there. I know it's getting late and it's a work day. So let me see. Leave here. I'm going to see some comments coming in now. I feel good. I know I'm going to sleep good tonight. Okay. Kiana made it 10%. Got to 10%. It's good so far of Interview with the Vampire. That's good. Christina said, hubby came home, finished my step goal for the day, and read a chapter. Whoop, 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 whoop. Y'all are doing good. You're welcome, Kiana. I'm so excited to have you here. And hopefully, by the time we see each other again, you may be almost finished with the book, especially if it's as good as you say it is. And Christina said, thanks for the sprint, Jaleesa. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here, hanging out with me, getting some things done. And I will see you all either in some other sprints. I know that I think Courtney's supposed to be sprinting tomorrow, her usual sprints on for that she does on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I may see you all in the comments there. And I have one more sprint that I'll be doing next week at the same time, same place, next week on the 29th. So I'll see you all later. You all have a great night, rest of the day, wherever you are. Bye.